Welcome to our midterm project. I'm Mariah Slavens.
I'm Lauren Kreckler.
And today we're going to be presenting a river of a different color.
We believe that pollution caused from dyeing textile materials creates a dangerous environment for the ecosystem, the people who reside near these regions, and perpetuates a harmful cycle rather than preserving natural resources.
This picture shows the current dye workers' repeated condition day in and day out. According to the Ethical Fashion Forum, the average t-shirt uses between 16 and 20 liters of water just for one t-shirt. Globally, the textile industry discharges 40 to 50,000 tons of dye into water systems each year. Because of this, the textile industry is the number 2 polluter of clean water across the entire globe. Factory workers exposed to dyeing chemicals have 40 times higher chance of contracting cancer in their lifetimes, and untreated dye effluent is often dumped directly into rivers.
What exactly is in the wastewater? Although this term may be familiar to you, what exactly is in it? Wastewater discharge from a textile plant has large fluctuations in terms of the pollution load depending on the customer's orders, types of materials, and production schedules. High values of COD and BOD5 presence in particulate matter and sediments, and oil and grease in the effluent causes depletion of dissolved oxygen, which has an adverse effect on the aquatic ecological system. Some of the toxic chemicals in wastewater include hydrochloric and sulfuric acid, very strong alkali solutions such as sodium dioxide and silicon dioxide, and also the heavy metal copper.
There are several methods of treatment. The first is a chemical treatment, which includes adding inorganic chemicals such as aluminum, polyaluminum chloride, dolomite, magnesium chloride, or bittern. There is another option, which is an oxidation process. There are also electrochemical methods, or a combination of ozonation, chemical coagulation, and activated sludge processes. The second method of treatment is a biological treatment. There is activated sludge, where dyes are absorbed on the biomass, sorption, where the removal of dyes by biomass, or by using specific bacteria such as Aeromonas and biosorbents, and using algae or white root fungi in combination with activated sludge.
China's garment industry supplies the world with low-cost clothing, but it comes at a high price, according to a new Greenpeace report. Waste from the country's booming textile industry is polluting rivers.
Toxic runoff from China's textile industry has made its way into rivers and other waterways. Many are now heavily polluted, with chemicals used for dyeing, printing, bleaching, and washing. Xintang in Guangdong province is known as China's jeans town. In 2008, it produced 260 million pairs of jeans, making up more than 60% of national production and roughly 40% of jeans consumption in the United States that year. The Dong River running through the town is blackened and covered in foam.
We actually interviewed students who is teenager, and they can't really remember the rivers being clean. And of those middle-aged men, they can still remember swimming in that river and fishing that river, but they can no longer do that anymore, and their children cannot do that anymore.
About 186 miles west of Xintang, the town of Gurao produces 200 million bras a year. Its Shaoxi River is also polluted. Heavy metals were found in 17 out of 21 samples taken from the Dong and Shaoxi rivers. Some of the cadmium levels were 128 times the national standard, and the strongly alkaline water reached pH values of nearly 12.
Xintang and Gurao are not unique cases. There are 133 textile industry clusters like Xintang and Gurao, according to statistics of the China Textile Industry Association. So we're really afraid that this is just the tip of an iceberg.
According to the Chinese regime's National Textile and Apparel Council, the country's gross output of textiles grew 10% in 2009. Most of it is exported to the United States, Europe, and Japan.
As you can tell, the video from Greenpeace presents us with some tough questions to answer. This photo is a picture of a young girl filling her water bottle up off of water that has come out of an unregulated factory and has been dyed red. Although the water has been dyed red, many of the residents surrounding these rivers continue to drink it, although it presents harmful bacteria and minerals which are deadly for their environment.
This is a river in Mexico that has been dyed an unnatural color of blue from the indigo dye that has been used in the gene production. In this river, traditional fisheries have been wiped out, drinking water has been compromised, irrigation water to regulate crops have been affected from toxic dye chemicals.
Yet there are several solutions. The first of two is colors and technology, which has only been introduced into the U.S. since the spring of 2012. It is proposed to reduce water consumption by up to 90% and to dye the same amount of fabric in 1/3 of the time as traditional dyeing. Also, it says that it will eliminate the use of toxic chemicals altogether.
The second solution is by the manufacturers themselves. By doing this, they have vowed to treat the dyes responsibly, using plant-based dyes and using the plants for multiple purposes to maximize the dye potential.
This is the end of our presentation. We hope that you have learned a lot and are persuaded to help join our cause by reducing the impact of industry dyes. Thank you.